at God. I've been praying. Prayer works, y'all. Prayer works. Tomorrow is my weigh-in day. Hello everyone, this is DMV Butterfly. Today is Sunday, August 13th, 2023. I want to share with you a summary of my second week of my recommitment to my weight loss journey, and I'm going to share with you the good and the not so good that occurred this week. Before I get into that, I want to welcome all of my new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining. Also, thank you for tuning in. If this is your first, my channel focuses on healthy lifestyle. So please stay tuned and I hope you enjoy. I'm going to get right into how my week was and some of the challenges for the week. So let's go. I was away for work 3 days this week, and those 3 mornings for breakfast, I had the same thing every day. What they had at the restaurant was a bagel with lox, cream cheese, and a boiled egg. I asked them to not give me the cream cheese and to let me have whole grain toast instead. I had that with water. On the 3rd day, I wanted an extra egg. So you'll see that here. They gave me the boiled egg and then they gave me a scrambled egg. Those microgreens that you see on the side, I got those from a special place, and I'll show you that later on in the video. But I had that along with the same yogurt salad dressing that I usually have, but this one is creamy Caesar, and they changed the recipe on it, so it was so good. It's only 50 calories for 2 tablespoons. So those were my breakfasts every day when I was away. Really easy for me to track and keep consistent with what I was eating. So for 2 of my lunches, I had a pepperoni roll, but one day with the pepperoni roll, I had fruit, and the next day with the pepperoni roll, I had soup. This soup is from Panera, and it is the Tuscan masala, something, not Tuscan. It is the chicken tiki masala soup. It's so good. Let's go, weight loss journey. So those were my lunches for 2 days. The 3rd day, I did not eat lunch. I did have a small snack, which you will see next.
Ensure that all carry-on items are securely stowed in an overhead bin, and place smaller items completely under the seat in front of you. If you lose an electronic device,
please keep your seatbelt fastened whenever you're seated in case of sudden.
So with those snacks, that should have been enough to hold me over until I got home. But for whatever reason, when I landed at the airport, I was hungry and I still had an hour drive home. It was also rush hour, so I knew that that hour may be longer. Rather than investigate and see what restaurants were around me where I can get something that was fit into my weight loss journey and that was a healthier option, I didn't do that. I had to get gas, and I stopped to get gas, and there was a Bojangles, and that's where I went. I got a 3-piece chicken that was a chicken breast, a chicken thigh, and a chicken leg. I did not have a biscuit or any sides, but I ate all 3 pieces of chicken with the skin on it. One would think that that would have been enough, but I got home and I ate more. I ate 1 of these and 2 of these. If I wanted to eat something else when I came home, I should have had just vegetables, a salad, whatever kind of vegetables, cooked or raw vegetables, or a piece of fruit or something like that. One thing that I did not do was beat myself up, because that's one of the reasons why I didn't do well from September all the way through July, because I would have a day where I messed up or a meal where I messed up. And rather than get right back on track, I would just keep on going. Oh man, I had 3 pieces of chicken. Oh, I'm just going to have some ice cream tonight. And I don't usually do that. I've always been the type where, let's just pick yourself back up. But with this weight loss journey that I wanted to start in January, or I intended to start in January, it just wasn't happening. I was always not talking myself out out of the hole that I had been in. I would just go further into the hole. But this time, like, I'm so serious. Like, this last 5 months, I am sticking to this and I'm getting back to my health. So I messed up that day. I jumped right back into it. This was on Thursday. And what I was hoping for, I said, oh man, I'm probably not going to have a good weigh in this week. But I went and got on the scale after I had eaten all this stuff. I got on the scale that night after I'd eaten the chicken and everything. And I was like, I had a good week. Like, I had eaten that food and my weight, I still showed a decent weight on the scale. I was like, whoa, I ate these things. I know when I get up in the morning, the food is digested. I use the bathroom, all of that. Like, I'm good. One thing that I love to do when I travel is to support small businesses. You'll see one of the businesses that I supported. You'll see my exercise that I did, including me physically doing the exercises. And you'll also see my weigh-in. One thing that I said was that I'm going to be very honest about my journey. So stay tuned and you'll see how my week. Can I put you on camera?
Of course.
Okay.
Yes.
And what's your name?
Scarlett.
Scarlett. And Scarlett runs this Mood Green Microgreens. Thank you so much, Scarlett. All right. It's like cucumber.
Yes.
Oh, radish, arugula, and amaranth.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
No, thank you.
This is awesome. I didn't know where I was coming. I wasn't sure if I turned into the right place or not. This is beautiful. Can I film inside? So this is where they grow the microgreens. This is a cool spot if you are near this place. It's not far from Orlando. It took me about 30 minutes to ride out here, but this is awesome. I'm glad to support. I'll be back.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Today is Saturday. I have committed to doing 3 sets of 15 push-ups and walking for at least a half an hour every day. And I met my goal this week. So I'm going to show you guys a different push-up variation that I did. And these are incline push-ups. And I'm going to use my stairs behind me to do them. I'm looking so confused because I have a light on my camera or a box that I don't usually see. So I'm hoping this is recording. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do incline push-ups. I have not built up the strength yet to do decline push-ups because they are a lot harder. I'm going to show you how, what they would look like. So I'm going to do the incline push-ups first using my stairs. So my back is going to be to you. So I just move my feet back and I go from here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My triceps are burning. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Woo, child. So those are my incline. I'm going to try to get up here to show you what a decline push-up looks like. I did it before. I was trying to record and my arms were shaking like crazy. So I'm trying to wait until my muscles relax a little bit. I'm not going to try to do a decline push-up. I'm just going to try to stay in this position to work my way up to doing decline push-ups. But in the meantime, I'm just going to sit in the position. So decline, my feet will be where my hands were. And I have to back up some so that my shoulders are in the right place. And I'll go down that way. Woo! But your girl is not ready for all of that. But that's the progression. That is what I want to build up to. So that's one of my goals in terms of, I was vacuuming. Sorry, y'all see my vacuum cleaner. So that's one of my goals in terms of my fitness. And I'm not sure how far out I should push that. I think maybe 6 weeks will be good. So It's August. So maybe mid-October, my goal is to do at least one set of decline push-ups, one set of 15 decline push-ups without stopping. So I'm continuing. Tomorrow is my weigh-in day. I've been eating really well. So here I'll include what I was eating while I was on the road traveling for work. And then I'll also include what I made for lunch today. Yeah. I'm doing a little meal prep. I'm going to make some super greens, and it's a blend of organic white and red quinoa, millet, and buckwheat. So that will be my carb for lunch. And then I have some chicken broth. I don't typically use chicken broth, but we had a gathering and I have some left over, so I'm going to use it. It's not, sodium isn't bad. For a cup, it is 570 milligrams. This chicken broth is 33% less sodium. So it's 570 milligrams per cup. But realizing that I'm using a cup of broth and it's going to yield 3 servings of the grain, that's not a lot of sodium. And these grains have 0 sodium. So I won't be adding any more salt to this. So there's already a cup of water. There's already a cup of water boiling in my pot. I'm going to add a cup of this low sodium broth. Again, I don't always use this, but I'm not going to throw it in the trash. Stuff costs too much to be throwing it away, chair. So there we go with that. And into the water. And I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to flavor this. So I have turmeric and saffron seasoning. So saffron is really what makes yellow rice yellow, and it's very expensive. So I'm going to use this seasoning because I've never bought saffron in my life, because why? It's too expensive. So along with the chicken broth, I'm going to use some of this turmeric and saffron, and I'm going to put some garlic and then minced onion, and that will be all the seasoning that I'm going to use in the rice. So here we are, turmeric, saffron, garlic powder, minced onion. This will be all I'm using in the grains. This strainer, this rice rinser also works well for quinoa. So you just rinse it, and then the water drains out of the hole. Real simple. And even this is quinoa, it's smaller than grains of rice, but it does the job. This was like $1.48. After I rinsed the grains, I added it to the boiling water. I added in turmeric, saffron, garlic powder, minced onion. And then I did half water and half chicken broth, less sodium. And I'm gonna put a top on this and let it go. The quinoa is not usually yellow like this, it's usually white. But because I put the turmeric saffron in it, this is what it looks like. So I'm gonna take this out and put it in a glass bowl. I'm going to heat up some spinach. I'm not gonna cook it very long, and then I'll make the rest of my meal. Altogether, this took about 15 minutes, including rinsing the grains and heating the water. Here is my serving. I measure my grains when I'm trying to lose weight. I eat no more than a cup at a time. So I'm going to put this over here. And there's my cup of rice, and I'll finish cooking and making my plate. I'm about to make some frozen spinach, and I only put a little bit of water in it because spinach has so much water in it. I'm doing nothing fancy. This is the great value from Walmart, chopped spinach. I am going to put butter in this. Not quite a half a tablespoon, but that's all the butter I'm using in this entire bag of spinach. I'm gonna throw that and put the spinach in, and the only seasoning I'm going to use is garlic. So garlic, butter, spinach, and that'll be it. We see the challenge is food costs too much. Well, food costs too much for me to throw all of this spinach away. I'm going to go in with this small spatula and I'm going to get the rest of that spinach and put it in the pan. So before I do that, again, I just have a little bit of water. I'm going to mix in that butter and garlic into the spinach. And I'm going to turn this down and just let it go slowly until it heats. I'm not trying to cook it. I'm just trying to heat it up. This is not a significant amount, but it is a lot to throw away. That's about 2 tablespoons of spinach. So I'm going to get that into the pot and keep it moving. My spinach is going, and while that's heating, I'm going in with some smoked paprika, garlic, chili, and chives. And it's a spice blend, again, from the Gourmet Collection. I get this spice from Whole Foods. I get this spice from TJ Maxx, Marshalls, or Home Goods. This timer is not for food, it is for my grass because I'm watering the grass and don't want to forget. All right, so that's the only spice I'm going to use for that. Again, this one has a heart on it to show that it's heart healthy, meaning that it's not a lot of sodium in it. When you have a spice blend that has more than one seasoning in it, the first seasoning that's listed, or the first few, are what make up most of that spice. So we can see that paprika and garlic are most of this, onion, sugar, red bell pepper. I don't know if there's salt in it. If it is, it's way at the end. I have my glasses on. I'm looking through the camera. Yeah, so that's how you can tell if something has a lot of sodium in it, because it will be the first ingredient. So I'm going to spice these up real well. I'm just going in with a dab of oil. This is just vegetable oil. I don't have any olive oil. That's what I usually cook with, olive or avocado oil. So I'll mix this around, get it seasoned, grill it in the pan, and call it a day. All right. My small cast iron skillet is smoking, and I'm only going to cook 7 of these shrimp. I would usually marinate them in the seasoning for at least 20 minutes, but I'm hungry, so these are going to go in. I have 14 were left in the bag, so I'm going to put 7 in this meal and call it a day. I'll cook the other ones for another meal. All right, so they are all in. And I'm just going to let them sear. And I'll flip them and finish them off. My smoke alarm. I let them go a bit too long while I was dealing with the smoke alarm, but they are fine. And I'm going to turn the heat off after I turn the last one and let these sit for about 2 minutes, and they're done. It doesn't take long to cook shrimp, and it doesn't take long to overcook shrimp. This is my lunch for Saturday, August 12th, I think it is. I have garlic butter spinach along with turmeric saffron grains. And then I have some grilled shrimp seasoned with paprika and garlic. For the next 2 days, I have enough grains for 2 meals. And I also have enough spinach for another meal. So there we are. I also have shrimp that I did not cook. I'll transfer this into a different container and I will cook this for another meal. So it's about being prepared or having something that's quick to cook. So these shrimp are already seasoned. I'm going to transfer them into another container and I'll cook them for another meal. But here we are. This is the finished meal, and it took maybe, I don't know, because I used the same pan for the rice and the spinach. I didn't do it all at one time. This took maybe a half an hour for everything all together. Good morning. Today is Sunday, August 13th, I believe, and this is my weigh-in for my 2nd week of commitment to my weight loss journey. I'm going to put the phone down so that I'm not weighing the phone. The scale is showing my weight at 244 pounds. So there we are. Earlier today when I was recording the push-up video, I didn't tell the truth. I said I had done my walk for today, my 30 minutes, but I hadn't. So I am out now. It's after 8 o'clock, but I'm going to get this walk in. So I'm going to do an hour actually. I set my clock for 30 minutes. How you doing? Okay. I set my clock for 30 minutes. So, and then, how y'all doing? Good. Good. So I walk 30 minutes in one direction, and then I will walk 30 minutes back. That'll be my hour, and it'll be all good. I'm going to see if I'm going to get a run in a little bit, but I don't think so, because although it's past the time I would normally eat, I haven't had dinner yet. I ate a real late lunch. My lunch was at 4 o'clock, and that was actually the first meal I ate all day because I was really busy. So I'm not going to not eat another meal. I have to eat another meal because I won't have my calories in. So I'm going to do an hour walk. Then I'm going to come back and eat my dinner, and I'll show you guys what I had for dinner. I actually have a slow jog going on. So I'm kind of surprising myself, but at the same time, I'm not surprised. Even though my weight was not under control, I was swimming a lot. And so I was swimming laps like nonstop for an hour straight swimming. And so my cardiovascular system, my breathing, whatever, I guess is good. So I'm gonna have to see if I can make it up this hill. So I'm gonna put the phone down because I want to concentrate on running and not talking. And it's not a huge incline, but it's a hill. Let me see if I can make it. I'm breathing heavy, but I'm getting a little sippy. Let's see if I can go. I'll call y'all back. Wait a minute. I can't really talk yet, but I made it. And I made it to the point where I said I was going to make it. I didn't realize the hill still goes up for maybe about 80 yards. Oh God, but I made it. Like, I'm so grateful right now. I'm so grateful right now that I was swimming, because not my cardiovascular system. I guess, yes, my cardiovascular system is doing well, but my conditioning is good. So, whoo, child. I don't know if I'm going to run anymore. I'm just really glad I was able to do that. But I am going to get my walking up to a faster pace. So I'll call y'all back. I'll talk to you guys when I get done. So I just got finished my second uphill sprint. You hear that noise? There's somebody on a scooter or something. So yeah, I'm like doing a thing. So I'm like real hype, but I'm winded. Look at God. I've been praying. Prayer works, y'all. Prayer works. So Weight Loss Journey 2023 is not a failure. Last 5 months, I'm going to push it. Let's get it. There we are. This is my Saturday night dinner. I had another great loss this week. I'll see you next week. If you haven't already, please subscribe.